Tropicana Field, Rays TV presented by Union Home Mortgage. Here with Junior Caminero, and Junior getting set for your 20th game at the Trop. How excited are you to be back home?
I can't wait, I can't wait. It's the end of your hair, really fine. I can't wait.
Go out there and get a dub here back home, Junior.
Let's get it.
Dwayne, up to you.
Well, thank you very much. An enthusiastic crowd here, and Junior Caminero reflects that. He is ready to go. The Rays happy to be home, and they send Shane McClanahan to the hill here this afternoon. Quick look at the starting lineup. Nico Hoerner leads off for Chicago, followed by Alex Bregman coming over to play third base. Ian Happ, then Carson Kelly, the catcher, his cleanup. Michael Bush, followed by Dansby Swanson. Matt Shaw is in right field. Petro Armstrong will hit eighth and play center field, and the DH is Miguel Amaya.
Well, Shane McClanahan making the start here this afternoon. Let's take a look at his numbers against the Brewers in that first outing. 4 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. And, you know, the thing about Shane, 4 hitless innings. He was absolutely on point. Ran into a little bit of trouble in the 5th inning. The command started to get away from him. With that being said, he was still 1 pitch away from 5 scoreless innings. So Shane McClanahan, outstanding his first outing, and you expect for him to build from there. It's been a long time since he's been out there in regular season games, but he will continue to build, continue to get stronger. And you just expect him to just go out there and build off of each outing. You saw the mix of pitches right there. There's the drone cam. Dwayne, something that's new, something that's a first. Never have had that inside of a domed Major League stadium in history.
And the first pitch of this game is a called strike, with Shane McClanahan out there hitting the outside edge against Nico Hoerner.
And that's what he was so good with in that start against Milwaukee, setting the tone with the fastball to both sides of the plate. A very good changeup.
And that pitch is upstairs. Well, 4 2/3, and you think, well, 4 2/3. He didn't even go 5. He threw the ball very well.
He did. The first 4 innings were hitless.
Yep.
I mean, that's how on point he was.
Foul, that's going to carry out a play.
And like I said, in the 5th inning, the command got away from him a little bit, but one more quality pitch and he goes 5 scoreless.
Yep.
You know, that's how close he was. And, you know, he was frustrated after the game, and understandably so, but he said, listen, I understand the build is part of it, and you got to fight through it, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
And you like the fact that he doesn't like it.
No. You know what? You knew how that interview was going to go before one word was said. The look on his face, the competitor he is, the guy that holds himself so accountable. You knew that he was not going to be thrilled, but he threw the ball fantastic. And everybody around this team, this fan base, will tell you the same thing.
Well, a healthy Shane McClanahan is a big, big part not only of this rotation, but of this ball club. It's a popper foul. It's going to be out of play.
Well, you think, just think about the Rays starting rotation, and this is without Ryan Pepio yet. Think of this Rays starting rotation and the grit and the character. You know, Drew Rasmussen. You think about, you know, just right down the line.
And a cut and a miss. And he uses that changeup to dispose of the first hitter he faces on strikes.
Well, outstanding delivery there by Shane McClanahan. Let's take a look at the defense and see how it's going to line up behind him in that outfield left to right. We've got Chandler Simpson, Cedric Mullins, and Jake Fraley. Infield third to first looks like this: Junior Caminero, Taylor Walls, Ben Williamson, and Jonathan Aranda, with Nick Fortes back behind the plate.
Alex Bregman, big addition for the Cubs in that lineup. Down at third base, 1 strike on him.
Shane not wasting any time either. Barely get through the defense to him.
Oh, he just missed right there. Brian Walsh calling the balls and strikes. A couple of years under his belt in the major leagues in the umpiring business. Well, there it is. Boy, we're seeing that already. Great changeup.
The arm speed. The arm speed is what sells it. On top of that, the excellent location on the first couple that he has thrown. But boy, he really sells fastball with his delivery.
Fly ball short left. Simpson's going to have to come in a hurry. not a problem for Simpson with that speed out there. Then he makes the catch.
You know, and that was outstanding too, because McClanahan gets Bregman with the swing and a miss on the changeup down and away soft. He comes back in with a slider, but he changed the shape of that pitch. He threw that pitch like a cutter, and it jammed Bregman. Got him looking away, jammed him in.
Well, that's one of the fun things about watching McClanahan. The way he can manipulate the baseball, and then the selection of those pitches. There's a strike to have.
You know, there's so much stuff in the game, just stuff.
Yep.
And Shane's got excellent stuff. But when you can combine great stuff with pitchability, that's when you take that next step and you become a pitcher that's at a different level. And that's what you get with Shane. He pitches, works both sides of the plate, sets hitters up, and he has outstanding repertoire.
1-1 count. 2-1. Both these teams coming into this series with 4 wins and 5 defeats. And for the Rays, that was a pretty good recovery on that first road trip.
You were 2-5 going into the snow game on Saturday in Minneapolis. They were able to pull that game out.
Yep.
And then won in extras. Comeback victory yesterday.
3-1. And that's ball 4. So the 2-out walk to Happ. Let's take a look at that pitch.
He's trying to get that fastball in, and you just don't have a lot of margin for error. You don't want to leave it out over the plate in the 3-1 count, but you pulled a little bit too far, and that's a walk you'll take here, not giving in.
Well, now the catcher, Carson Kelly, also hitting cleanup. Fouls that first pitch back. A 4-seamer to start. Well, we are spotted by the drone here.
How about that?
We're going to have to watch our P's and Q's and
yeah, keep a neat, orderly station.
Behave ourselves up here. Foul ball back. 0-2. There you go, just hovering above us.
First time in Major League Baseball history.
Yep.
You've had the drone cam in a roofed stadium, and off she goes.
And a cut and a miss, and he did it with a changeup. So a couple strikeouts in the inning, both on the changeup. And we're headed into the bottom of the first. No score. Bottom of the first inning. Let's take a quick look at the starting lineup here. The Rays will have Yandy Diaz leading off, followed by Jonathan Aranda, and then Jake Fraley, Caminero, Simpson, and Fortes down the heart of the lineup, followed by Mullins, Ben Williamson, and Taylor Walls activated at shortstop, hitting 9th.
Well, making his second start of the season, it's going to be right-hander Jamison Taillon, 4 2/3 innings against the Angels in the first one.
And a base hit right back through the middle. Yandy Diaz comes out swinging. Well, he started the day hitting .405, and that's what he's done in the opening days of this season. Just attack that baseball.
Hey, this is the most aggressive, and it's early. Of course it's early. And that ball right off the end of the bat, but Yandy's a strong guy. He got enough of it, and he threw it right back through the middle of the field like he so often does. But this is the most aggressive that we have seen Yandy Diaz. Whether it be swing percentage on a first pitch or overall swing percentage, he is not wasting any time getting after these opposing pitchers.
Jonathan Aranda fouls it back.
And I don't think that they want Jamison Taillon to settle in. And so if it's going to be, you know, he's a first pitch strike guy. Wasn't in his first start against the Angels. Command wasn't quite there. However, over the course of his career, he is, and these guys are going to let him know it.
Upstairs. Now 1-1.
You know, he only walked 27 hitters in 129 2/3 innings a season ago. So these Rays hitters know that he's going to be around the plate, and so be ready to pull the trigger. As he misses by 2 feet.
2-1 now.
I am on mid-season form, Dwayne.
Yandy with the leadoff single. Aranda chasing after that pitch with a little cut to it. He wound up, speaking of Tyon, using that cutter quite a bit in his last outing, first outing of the year.
You know, he doesn't have the velocity that he used to on the traditional fastball, so he has been going to that cutter more, and it's a good pitch for him. It's got a little riding action and cutting action. It's got some deception built in. Another one right there, and that's a good take.
Runs the count full.
Watch how this ball, it has that little bit of cut, and it stays up.
Lifted back into the left side with enough carry out of play. So Aranda will see another pitch. Jake Fraley will be next. You saw the breakout there on Tyon's pitches. That's a foul ball, boy. He just missed extra bases and a possible run there by inches. Very close down there.
Boy, the changeup, and Jonathan just pulls it. You take a look. That's a nice shot of that foul ball from the wire cam. Here's a different shot. You can see clearly foul, just a little out in front on that changeup. And the wire cam, Dwayne, another new toy.
Runner takes off the pitch. It's a strike, throw down. It's going to skip into center. Yandy got up, tried to find the baseball, and hangs on at second base, wisely so.
Well, backdoor breaking ball gets Aranda, and they're trying to go for the strike him out, throw him out. Yandy did not have a big lead, and it wasn't the best break, but still, he got that bag pretty easily. You know, coming up and out, throwing right down into the turf, and it skipped right by Swanson. Yandy couldn't find it right away.
Yandy picking up his first stolen base of the year.
He keeps hearing those rumors that Chandler Simpson is going to eventually move into the leadoff spot. Yandy goes, I can run too.
That's right. That's right. Well, and they've had Simpson down in the middle part of this lineup.
He's working his way up.
Yep. Two balls, no strikes.
Tell you what a start for Chandler too. We talk an awful lot about what Yandy's been doing. Chandler Simpson, you put him in the lineup, he's going to be on base one or two times.
That's going to drop in there. Curveball for a strike. 2-1. Caminero on deck. Simpson follows. And the count squares.
A couple of good changeups being featured here in the early going by Tyon and McClanahan.
And a shot back into right. Shaw's going to go to the track, makes a leaping grab of that ball. A tag by Yandy at second. He advances to third. And Shaw made a nice play on a well-hit line drive by Fraley.
I thought off the bat that had a decent chance of getting over Shaw's head. And you're right, Dwayne. He recovered nicely. That ball's well struck. But Shaw gets a pretty good break on it and just tracks it as he comes into contact with the wall. That's a nice play by him, and Yandy able to tag and get over to third and see if the Rays with two outs can get something done.
Well, there's Junior. Ball, no strikes. .257 for the year with a home run. And he's under it, pops it down the right side. Foul ball. Bush from first, stalking it, and he's got it. The Rays leave a man at third. We have no score. On to inning.
Back at the Trop, and it's hard to script it any better. Shane McClanahan leading the charge for the Rays back here at Tropicana Field. His first time on this mound in 989 days. McClanahan said he's so excited to represent his community, this fan base, St. Pete and Tampa, here back at Tropicana Field. And in front of family and friends, he's got a lot of folks here, about 30 people, including his mom, Lisa McClanahan, watching his first start since 2023. After reflecting on that start in Milwaukee, Mac, with a smile, said, "I've still got it." Dwayne B.A., I think we saw that in the first frame here at the Trop.
And here's the thing. Coming back from what he's had to go through to get over that hump, that's a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as good as you feel physically and capable, it's still going out there and doing it when it counts and coming out of that healthy, feeling good, feeling like you're getting stronger, and there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah, he was a little frustrated the way it went there. He would have loved to have gone at least 5. And he gives up a 4-pitch walk here to Michael Busch. So a couple walks here in the early stages of this outing.
You know, this is where you just take a deep breath, try to slow the game down. You think about that really good changeup, trying to get a ball on the ground. Take a look at Kevin Cash as he looks on. I'm going to talk to him later today, Dwayne.
Yes, we are. I think somewhere in the 3rd inning or so.
Middle of the 3rd inning.
Oh, here's a ball that pops away. Busch is going to advance to second. So 5 straight pitches out of the zone, and a wild pitch here charged to Shane McClanahan.
Yeah, that ball came out of the hand. It was a changeup, and it's a ball out of the hand into the dirt and right off the wrist of Fortes. Could not keep that in front. You know, McClanahan, we saw a shot of that changeup, and he has the split grip on the changeup, but he doesn't pronate on that pitch like he used to. And you think maybe part of that is to help protect that elbow where you're not really pronating and ranking on that thing all the time. He throws it more like a traditional, almost fork or split, even though for him, it acts more like a traditional circle change.
And it might be just part of the process back.
Yeah, absolutely right. You know, just trying to go out there and not overthrow. We've seen that with his fastball velocity. You know, it wasn't where it was before, but that's by design. And he's like, I'm not going to throw every pitch, you know, like I'm trying to set velocity records. There you go. The couple of strikeouts, both of them coming on that changeup. That last one in the dirt, and I think Kyle Snyder out there just trying to calm things down, lower that heart rate.
2-0 to Swanson. And another one upstairs, and now that's 7 straight out of the zone. And boy, to calm that frustration factor is a challenge right here. And ball 4. So back-to-back 4-pitch walks. After a 2-out walk in the first. You can see him slam the rosin bag down there.
You know, you've used your visit, so now, you know, it's in Shane's hands. He needs to calm these things down and find a way to get back into the zone.
Matt Shaw, the hitter. That's a strike. Upper part of the zone. This one is down. Joe, one of the young members of the Chicago club. He was a first-round pick in 2023 out of the University of Maryland. And to miss down. It's a 2-1. It's bounced foul. Quentin Berry, the third base coach, squares the count, 2-2. Well, the 7th placed hitter in the lineup. And we're going to go 3-2 here. So a couple 4-pitch walks and now 3-2.
This becomes huge. I know it's the 2nd inning, but this is a huge pitch for the confidence of Shane and just to try to keep him out of big trouble.
3-2, and he got it. Big pitch. Went with the off speed.
Went with that slider, and he kept it out over the plate, but watch how it darts below the zone. Ends up swinging at ball 4. But boy, that was too close to take, and watch how long it stays at the bottom. Got to pull the trigger, and then it's not there anymore.
There's Crow Armstrong fouling one back. Pete Crow Armstrong. And a big cut at the fastball. 235 so far on the year for the center fielder for the Cubs. Upstairs 1-1.
Shane really likes the fastball slider combo, obviously left on left, but he's not afraid to throw these left-handed hitters changeups either.
Two and one. He fouls it. He went after that fastball up that time.
And I'll tell you, we talked about Shane trying to slow things down, how quickly he's working. That last pitch that he delivered was with like 9 seconds left on the pitch clock. I mean, even with the pitch clock, he is working rapid fire here this inning.
So now it's Crow Armstrong stepping out to alter the pace. 2-2. And he got him. He struck him out. And a little late move there on that slider, it appeared.
Crow Armstrong may have done Shane McClanahan a favor by slowing things down. You know, Shane working so quickly, all of a sudden you call time and you give Shane time to catch his breath, and he comes up with the best breaking ball so far of his outing to pick up the strikeout.
Here's Amaya, the DH. First pitch is down. Miguel Amaya. Inside, 2-0. And now McClanahan behind here. He's faced 5 hitters in the inning and has had a 3-ball count of one sort or another on 4 of them. And he gets a strike. Top of the order, Horner is on deck. Did he go? He did not. So 3 walks in the inning. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and now another base on balls.
That ball moving down and in, and that's the right call. He did not go.
Well, now we go back to the top of the order. You go Horner. And that's a ball. Rays are starting to get some action. That's England down in the bullpen. Line drive into left, a base hit, 1 hop. 1 run is scored. They're going to send the other runner. The throw cut off. 2 runs cross the plate. Horner on a 1-0 pitch lines the single into left, and Chicago will take a 2-0 lead. First hit of the ball game here for Chicago coming in the 2nd inning after 3 walks in this inning and a 2-out walk in the first.
Now that's the trouble that you run into, the free base runners, and then you fall behind in the count. You're forced over the heart of the plate, and that's what Horner was able to feast on. Got the four-seamer at the thigh in the middle of the plate, and
there's a strike. 1-1. Boy, you look at this now. Bregman, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, so they've had 11 at bats, and the ball's been put into play once. Well, now twice, because Bregman hit the fly ball in the first, so they've put the ball into play twice. Tap foul.
how about that? 11 strikes, 19 balls. When you take a look at this half inning for Shane McClanahan, 30 total pitches, a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of deep counts.
This one thrown into the dirt. Takes the count to 2-2. England continues to warm in the bullpen.
You know, and you wonder with Shane the amount of time that he has had off. You know, that first start coming, you know, first one in the regular season since August of 23. You know they're going to protect him as far as pitch count goes.
Popped up right side. Aranda crossing the line into foul territory is there. Just foul. He makes the catch. Well, 2 runs score. All kinds of things new this year.
A lot of new enhancements to the broadcast, that's for sure. The wire cam, the drone cam, the dirt cam, the snoop cam. There's the wire cam.
Yep.
Less of the snoop cam. Always.
Yeah, and just on the names. Oh, there's the wire cam in action right there.
Always on the move, Dwayne.
Yep. Let's see Simpson shorten on the bat, take that 2-0 pitch for a strike. Well, a great start for Simpson. He takes the ball high, and he's up 3-1.
Another guy off to a good start. Swinging the bat, Nick Fortes.
Right back through the middle, a base hit put into play. And Simpson is aboard with some very good speed over there at first base.
Just
As you know,
he just tied Randy Arozarena for the most times reaching base safely to start a season. 10.
Yeah, that's good company.
I mean, not bad at all. And again, for Chandler Simpson, he understands his strength. My strength is my speed. I need to find my way on base. Well, he's doing it each and every game.
Sets up with that lead, and there he goes. Pitch is a strike, and the throw, a good throw, but not in time. He beat it, picking up his 3rd steal.
I'm going to tell you right now, there is not any way that the Cubs could have done this better. The delivery, the throw to second base could not have been done any more clean, and Chandler still beats it. That's the kind of speed, elite speed, that he has.
Yeah, the Rays give up a couple runs at the top of the inning, got a leadoff man, and immediately, with Chandler out there aggressive to steal his way into scoring position. That's a big part of their offense. Fortes down 0-2.
Watch Carson Kelly in the release, how quickly he gets rid of this. Anticipating, boom, boom, gone. I mean, you can't get rid of it much quicker, and it still wasn't enough.
And the throw was excellent.
Right there.
Oh, and a foul tip strikeout directly right back into the mitt of Kelly.
Boy, nasty break and late break on that slider by Taillon. Watch this thing take off. It starts in the middle of the plate and he takes it off the edge, and that's why you get the awkward swing from Fortes, who literally just trying to either foul that pitch off or put something in play, at least move Chandler to third.
And there goes Chandler stealing third, and he is safe. He steals them both.
And again, well, you know what? You're not going to get me over. I'll get myself over. And that's what Chandler can do. He can take a single, he can take a walk, turn it into a double or triple that fast.
So he's at third with 1 out. Cubs thinking about whether they should challenge that, decide not to.
Watch Bregman. They think maybe did he swing that glove down and tap him before he got there? Nothing definitive.
Mullins takes the pitch down.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Rays starting to crank up the running game. Our Toyota Trent, first 7 games, 2 stolen bases by Chandler Simpson. Since then, they've had 8. A lot of different guys getting involved.
The Tapper foul.
And remember, this is a team that led Major League Baseball last year in stolen bases by 30 over the next closest team, which was the Brewers. And oh, by the way, the Brewers are leading the National League in stolen bases right now by 10 over the next closest team. Cubs tied for third with 9 stolen bases, and they have not been thrown out.
Good take on the pitch up. Well, Chandler he's been all over the bases. Two. And we're going to go full. That's a shot back into deep right. Got some carry. That baby's gone. Home run on the 3-2 pitch. Cedric Mullins ties this game at 2. A full count delivery, and Mullins delivered for the Rays. Well, after a slow start at the plate, Mullins comes up with a long one here.
Taillon tried to trick him. You know, Cedric in the early going has had trouble with the fastball, and Taillon, in trying to trick him, goes with the off speed, goes with the changeup, and Cedric all over it.
Williamson behind in the count now.
Right there. I mean, just set it up. That's a BP fastball, and Cedric says thank you very much.
You've got to love him, don't you? Chandler Simpson. I mean, he saw that ball get out.
We need to get Chandler's reaction from the wire cam now. We got it from one side, and get it from the other, and plays this game with a lot of enthusiasm, trying to rile his teammates up, get them excited.
And they get Williamson reaching here for the 2nd out of the inning. 3rd strikeout for Taillon. And Taylor Walls. Walls just activated from the injured list, reinstated. He had that oblique strain on the right side. There's a strike. Into left field. Happ on the run, reaching, and that ball's going to be over his glove. Walls on his way to 2nd. Well, that ball just kept carrying away from Happ, and he just did not get there.
No, and I think that he may have gator-armed this. I thought he was going to be able to make the play. It wasn't going to be an easy play. I thought he was going to be there, and then watch him kind of pull. I mean, he was there. He just didn't reach enough.
Well, Yandy up here now. He's singled, jumped on the first pitch in the 1st inning. And takes it here 1-0. 16 hits for Yandy. 5 have come on the first pitch this year.
That speaks to what we were talking about earlier, the most aggressive that we have seen him, especially on the first pitch. And Taillon staying away from him, but now falling into a bad count. How about that right there? I mean, that huge.
Now the 2-0. It's too low. 3-0. Jonathan Aranda is on deck. Well, the Rays have come back to tie, have a man in scoring position with 2 outs. Three and one. Little ground ball toward the middle. Glove by Swanson. Throw is wide and loose at first. The Rays will get a run. Yandy's on his way to second, and he's in there standing up. The Rays take the lead and have another man in scoring position.
Boy, Yandy well placed on that ground ball. That forces Dansby Swanson to have to make a very difficult play. He was not able to get the throw over there on the fly. He's got to range all the way to his left, then try to get those hips open, get the ball over there, and ends up a little wide of the bag, and Michael Busch not able to pull it in, and Yandy realizing there's no help over there. Of course, Taylor Walls able to scamper around, give the Rays the lead, and Yandy alertly gets to second.
Well, the Cubs with the big conference going on out there, and Brian Walsh played umpire walking out to move it along.
I mean, think about the difficulty of that throw by Swanson. Yeah, he's headed out towards left field. He's on the other side of second base and has to get that ball somehow to first base. Very difficult throw to make. He needed a little help from Busch and didn't get it.
Well, a hit and an error, and the Rays take the lead. Jonathan Aranda lifts a high popper. That's going to be foul, and it's playable, caught by Happ to retire the side. So the Rays come up with a 3-run second and lead 3-2. Rays take a 3-2 lead. We go to the third. Ian Happ leads off for Chicago. And he looks at ball one. Well, you can see Shane McClanahan today through 2 as opposed to his first outing. 51 pitches through 2 today, 32 first time out.
No 2 days are alike, Dwayne.
That's right.
No 2 days are alike. And listen, let's see how he goes out here in this third inning. He got a little bit of a break there. The team's giving him a lead, and maybe he can, you know, calm things down, be more efficient. We know he can.
You know, and you do wonder, you know, when a pitcher, not just McClanahan, but any pitcher could go out there and suddenly, oh, there's a shot deep into left. Simpson's going to go to the wall. He'll leap, and he made that catch. How about Chandler Simpson? He's all over the place. Got to the wall, made a nice leap, and grabbed it for out number 1.
You get back to the wall there and it can get dicey. You got to make sure that you're tracking it, and then if you are going to leave your feet, you better time it right. And he's able to do that.
Stamp it with a star. There it is.
Ooh, that ball ended up right in the heel part of his glove.
One away. Here's Carson Kelly. Now Kelly sends one to right field. Fraley's after this one, backs up, and he makes the catch. So the last 2 pitches have resulted in 2 outs. 1 to left and 1 to right.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go back and look how many pitches he threw in the third inning last start, Dwayne. I mean, we talked about trying to get efficient, and they put a couple of balls in play, and the Rays, priding themselves on their defense, and it's helping out Shane today.
Gotta love the game. Michael Bush, he's going to take a pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. That will be strike 1. And a fly ball into right. Fraley back onto the track. And so turns out to be a quick inning. Fly ball to left and that fun catch by Simpson. And a couple fly balls to the right side. So
we're fortunate to have him.
Kevin, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you.
He's the best. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Jake Fraley all set to lead off against Jamison Tyon. The first pitch drops in there for a strike. Fraley hit the ball on a line to right field. His first time. Shaw made a nice play on that. 1-1.
Well, that gives you some interesting looks. The drone.
Yes.
Game. Take it anywhere, Dwayne.
1 ball, 2 strikes. I'll tell you, it gives you some great shots that you obviously ordinarily would not get on a telecast. What a great addition. One, two, pop left side. It's Bregman in foul territory now. Fraley, the first out in the Rays half of the 3rd. Junior Caminero now.
Well, think about Junior Caminero. Look at the in-zone rate at 25. Almost, that's major league average right there at 49. This year at 39%.
Oh, there's a drive. High and deep and gone. Home run, Junior Caminero. That is number 2. Caminero makes it a 4-2 ball game. Second home run of the game for the Rays. Mullins hit one in the 2nd, and Caminero here in the 3rd.
Well, that's why pitchers have been staying away from the zone.
Chandler Simpson takes it upstairs.
What did he say yesterday in the post-game press conference? He said, I got that first one out of the way. Now I can relax, take a deep breath, and now maybe they start to come in bunches. Well, here you go the next day. Boom, mistake. Up above the zone, but catching a lot of play. And when you got a bat as fast as Junior Caminero, you can get to that pitch up above the zone.
High fly ball left side off the bat of Simpson. With room in front of the track, Happ grabs it for the 2nd out. Well, some excitement here in the early stages of this game.
Well, we go back to that graphic and you look at the in-zone rate in 2026. That is 39%, is 3rd lowest in Major League Baseball. But look at his chase rate. His chase rate is the lowest of his career. Very young career. Just not helping us out, Dwayne. Can't get to him.
Cortez lifting that fly ball, and he is out number 3. But the Rays tack on another run on the home run by Junior Caminero. 4-2 Rays. Well, here is Swanson, Dansby Swanson. 1-strike to count on the Cubs shortstop. Around his feet. 1-1. Matt Shaw next, and then Pete Crow Armstrong.
Got a bit of irony for you, Dwayne.
Yes.
As we were getting through, we're trying to get through that graphic on Junior Caminero and the pitches in the zone and the chase rate. He's got the lowest chase rate of his career. Obviously a very young career, but at 27%. Ironically enough, both of his home runs this year, today and yesterday, have been technically chases. Both pitches have been out of the zone, and he's hit them out. One yesterday was below the zone. We saw the home run from Tyon up above the zone. So 2 chases, 2 homers.
Bad ball hitter.
There you go.
That's a strike called on Swanson.
Love
Out
that.
of there.
Love that pitch. You've got the hitter set up for the fastball in, and you know if I execute this, I'm not only going to strike him out, he's not even going to swing at it. And look at him drive the 4-seamer, and Swanson is just locked up. No argument, because he knows.
You know, talking about Caminero, whether the pitches are in the zone or not. There was a guy named Roberto Clemente who hit a lot of pitches that weren't in the zone. Hit his way into the Hall of Fame.
And that's what Junior is going to have to, a fine line that he's going to walk, because pitchers are going to test his patience. They're going to pick around the edges of the zone. If it's close enough, like we pointed out on that home run right there, and the fastball up top, he's got one of the fastest bats in baseball. Right now, it could be the fastest bat, but anyway, it's right there at the top, and so he can get to a lot of pitches that other guys can't.
It's a big cut there. Shaw ahead in the count 2-0, and they have chased one there. And bat speed has a lot to do with that. Look at that.
There you go. So right now, leading the way. Now, the fine line you walk is, yeah, I got a quick bat. I can get to some pitches that a lot of other guys can't. Don't expand too far. You put yourself in a funk.
Up the middle, diving stop. Williamson up in the throw to first. Got it. Outstanding play. Ben Williamson continues to impress. Put him anywhere out there. He's done the job, and that's a great play.
Right up the middle. He's positioned well, but he still has to range to the shortstop side and then finish it off with the strong throw. It immediately evokes memories of that play that he made in Minneapolis, playing shortstop and deep in the hole. He is so versatile defensively, and he is showing you he can flash the leather.
Now a shot back of first. Aranda is going to take care of that unassisted. So it turns out to be a quick 1-2-3 inning for 2 Rays. The CEO of the Rays here, Ken Babby, joined us. Ken, good to see you.
Good to see you, Dwayne.
And
yes, sir.
Happy opening day.
Happy opening day to you.
boy, what a crowd, what a day, what a buzz in the ballpark.
It's incredible. What a moment for the community, and we're back, guys. We're back.
I gotta ask, with the hours that you keep, the work that you've been getting done, where do you plug in? Where's your little? Where's that go?
You know, in first grade, my teacher told me I was the Energizer Bunny, and I guess it's true. So here we are.
Oh, it's stuck. It has stuck.
It's either that or it's our hair. I don't know. Yeah,
it's easier. It gives us more time to go.
Exactly. But what a day. Look at this, guys. I mean, crews have been working. Folks have been going around the clock. And to see this place full after 18 months, my goodness, it's special, huh?
I'm telling you, we know the depth of what happened during the hurricane here to Tropicana Field, and you know, so many people wondered if the Rays would come back here and play. And I'll tell you, I don't know how they did it, but I mean, you've accomplished something here to get this ballpark into great shape. That's a popper, and whoa, what a catch!
Wow.
Back to the infield. Swanson got out there and grabbed that one to Rob Mullins. Well, let's take a look at what it was like and what's happened here.
Yeah, it's emotional looking at these photos. You know, I remember right when we started negotiations to buy the team, you know, I walked in here and just thought, I myself wondered if baseball would ever be played here again. and the city and so many folks have been just so focused on this moment without taking their eye off the ball, and it's been worth every penny, because I think the community just feels the love of this organization and the city. You see it here on the screen, 561 days. It's been incredible, and there's a lot here to see, and I hope fans that weren't able to be out at the game today get a chance to come. We're home all week through the weekend, and team's playing great too.
Well, I have to tell you, we did not get a sneak peek. You know, our first time seeing the ballpark was coming into the ballpark today, and it has exceeded expectations. You knew it was going to be good. You heard good things, but then you see it and you're like, wow.
Have you been down and checked out the candy room and the speakeasy? That's what I need to know. Yeah.
I've seen pictures.
You gotta go down and check it out.
So sharp.
The Baldwin Club looks great. The suites are renovated. The Rays are back in the tank in center field. And it's special.
Yeah. Well, a 1-2-3 inning, and we're not going to let you go on a short inning like this. We'll be back with more from Ken Babby when we return.
They were one of the first returnees. Our friends at the Tampa Bay Aquarium did a great job of taking care of them and keeping them safe. And I see on screen here, fans are back touching. There are a couple of cool stories that are worth mentioning. The American flag in center field completely survived the storm. The roof was blown off. You know, so much of this building was totally destroyed. You know, basically anything that shouldn't be exposed to water, think of your house, you know, drywall, those kinds of things, all had to be removed. But that American flag in center field survived 2 hurricanes without a scratch or tear. And, you know, it's pretty incredible. And so we're pretty proud of that, and our fans should be as well.
Yeah, that's one of the great stories that I had not heard until you just let us know.
Yep.
That is that's a strong emotional story about the comeback of Tropicana Field and the flag out there.
Yeah.
Without question. By the way, Kevin Kelly's in the ball game. There it is. The Stars and Stripes. The pitch is a strike.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about the roof in between innings, and how, you know, that there are still some shades that, you know, a little bit more yellow, like almost like a rubbed up baseball, and some that are white. Talk about how that over time is going to bleach out and even improve the look in here even more. Yeah,
as the roof gets more sunshine, you can see from the exterior it's really all one color at this point. On the interior, it just takes a little bit longer, but it'll all be ultimately restored to that, you know, that off-white that I think our fans are used to seeing. But new sound system, new lights, new video boards, new clubs, new field, obviously, a lot of new seats. We replaced almost all the seats in between the dugouts, you know, which are really special, and a lot of happy fans here today.
And you see some great shots of what has transpired here to get the Rays and everybody else back in the ballpark. And the drone cam that we've had here is a great addition to the telecast, I'll tell you that. That's well, there's a liner caught by Williamson out there.
I'm going to peel down to that speakeasy at some point, Dwayne, and the candy room on top of it.
Why don't we have a live look in there right now? I don't know. You know, we got to have, somebody's got to be having an old fashioned. We're headed into the later innings here, guys.
Where's Ryan? Where's Ryan?
Come on, we haven't seen Ryan in at least 3 innings.
He loves to go to the different cool places at a ballpark.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe he's taking another one of those naps like he did over the weekend.
No naps for me. Ken, no naps for me on opening day.
It's opening day, bud.
No naps for me.
Speakeasy, you don't want to meet for an old-fashioned next inning?
I definitely will, Ken, but I hear there's some gummy bears in there I got to devour before you get hold of them.
Well, there's corner fly ball. That's going to be Mullins making the catch out there in center field. Well, you put a great product on the field. You create a buzz. You make the facility inviting and fun. Those are great elements, and it has been done in warp speed.
Well, you know, we don't have a sophisticated business. This is that we are community stewards, and we're trying to do what's right, and you know, pick up you know, the baton where it was left for us, which was in a great place, and continue that work forward. you know, there's great history and great rooted tradition, and now we're trying to, you know, take this franchise and this club to the next level, both on the field and of course off, and it's our honor as an ownership group to be doing that work.
Well, I had a wise man tell me one time that good business is an emphasis on it being a people business.
That's right.
And that's what I know you want to create here. Tremendous steps in that direction.
Well, we're out here working as hard as we can because our fans deserve it, and it is our honor to do so.
It's a fun place. There's no question about that. Look at that. There's one of the tunnels right there. So,
that's pretty cool.
We're going to have to be on our best behavior now with all of those.
That's right.
No hiding here. No hiding, D-Wayne.
We had drones cleaning the windows of the building last week. That was a pretty cool thing to see.
Wow.
Yeah.
And a wave and miss. Bregman is out on strikes. Ken, thanks so much for spending this time with us. We'll look forward to more visits throughout the summer.
Great season, guys. Happy opening day. Let's finish off the game. Thanks for having me.
On to the bottom of the 5th inning. Rays holding a 4-2 lead. And the top of the lineup, Yandy Diaz up there for the 3rd time. Yandy 2 for 2 on the day. Average up over 430 now. Looks at a strike. A single and a stolen base in the 1st, and a base hit in the 2nd inning. He wound up at 2nd on an error. High pop fly carrying into right center a bit. In for it is Shaw, the right fielder, and that is out number 1. Celebrate the new era of Rays baseball at Tropicana Field for the entire month of April. Your first one's on us. Enjoy a $10 credit for your favorite drink or snack. Our way of saying welcome back. Glad you're here. Grab your seats at raysbaseball.com/first. See you at the ballpark. Those at the ballpark today. Ball 1 to Jonathan Aranda. Aranda looking for his first hit, 0 for 2. After a strikeout, he lifted a fly ball, caught foul down the left side. Two and one. Jamison Tyon. Ball 3. Tyon born in Lakeland, but grew up north of Houston in the Woodlands. He's pitched well here at Tropicana Field. The Rays got to him early. There's a liner to right, and it's going to be caught. Shaw broke back and then had to go down to a knee to make the catch. 2 gone.
Number 17, Jake Fraley.
Jake Fraley. Ball, no strikes. Two and nothing. Well, the Rays scored all 3 of their runs early. They got 3 in the 2nd and 1 in the 3rd inning. So a 3-run 2nd and a single run on the home run by Caminero in the 3rd. Full count. Chicago got 2 in the 2nd. A couple walks to open that inning led to 2 runs. On the ground, second base. And to throw to first in time to retire the side. We are through 5 innings. Boy, great to be back at Tropicana Field. Pre-game ceremonies and the national anthem. Inning. Now Ian Seymour is out there with Ian Happ to lead off. The switch hitter will turn around to hit from the right side.
Well, Kevin Cash, he's going to take that bullpen and mix and match, hopefully the rest of the way.
This pitch is fouled up the right side beyond Jose Javier.
You know, and you know that Kevin, Kyle Snyder, they have different guys coming out of that pen for different parts of the order. But you've got to get the job done.
Yep.
You've got to hold up your end of the bargain. And so now Ian Seymour, his opportunity against a part of the lineup that they feel comfortable with him attacking.
Two and one. That's all pregame prep too. They're not flying by the seat of their pants on that. They scout and put together a game plan for every series.
Yeah, and you know, then match that up with, you know, the game situation, about, you know, ahead, behind. At the end of the day, though, it comes down to execution. The guys that they call on have to come in and get the job done. The Rays bullpen has been better the last couple of games.
2-2, and that sharply hit pass. Caminero made a dive for it. Simpson cuts it off, gets it back to the infield quickly. But it's a leadoff double, 3.5.
Well, a pitch that just caught too much plate, and that's what happens. You know, you got a 2-2 count. You're going to come with the fastball, and unfortunately, it's going to catch too much of the white. And right there, you see it. Four-seamer doesn't quite get in, and Happ is able to get around it and hits it sharply enough to get it outside of the dive at Junior.
Carson Kelly. It's inside. Seymour out of the stretch. And a high fly ball. Right center field. That's got some carry to it. Will bound against the wall. Going to third, and Happ will stop there. Kelly is at second base, and apparently the Cubs have playing it very cautiously.
Yeah, I want to see what he just did not trust his eyes. I don't think this ball well struck. It's going to be difficult for anybody to get to that pitch, trying to cut it in. It stayed out over the plate, and watch this full extension, a lot of drive, and Happ just did not get a good read. Boy, and not only that, he saw it all the way till the ball hit the ground. You know, you can get a read here and say, you know what, he's not going to get to that and take off. But you're right, he played it very cautiously, waited for the ball to hit the turf, and then by then 90 feet was all you're going to get.
Well, an immediate threat right there. I mean, we're talking back-to-back doubles, and they have runners at second and third, something you don't see very often.
I can't remember the last time. That's not easy to do, Dwayne.
Well, second and third, nobody out after the conference. Lefty on left here, Michael Bush. He lifts it into left center field, and now Simpson gives way to Mullins. Runner at third will score. Kelly stays at second. So it's a one-run ball game now as Bush delivers a sacrifice fly.
Well, deep enough to score the run, and then Cedric Mullins, that throw back into the infield was designed to do nothing more than to keep Carson Kelly at second base. He was not trying to throw out Happ at the plate. Also wasn't just going to throw the ball to third, so he got it back into the infield as quickly as he could to keep the runner at second.
Swanson after the first pitch and fouling it for a strike.
Runs per game, Chicago's sitting right now at 4.1. A season ago, They were third in the National League at almost 5 runs a game, which is where the Rays sit right now.
Was cover up by Fortes. Tampa scored. Kelly at second, 1 out. And Seymour gets a swing through that one.
Like that cutter up. It's a pitch right there. It's tough to lay off of, but when these guys get a little bit of ride with that pitch, you're either going to miss the barrel or you get the swing and miss.
Taken low. 2-2. Seymour worked 2 innings following Drew Rasmussen, Milwaukee. That was Wednesday. Rasmussen 5, and Seymour gets a big out right there. And Swanson out in front.
Well, and what did he do? He threw the cutter to get to strike 2. Was able to take a changeup for a ball. He comes right back to it, the changeup. And those are the 2 primary pitches for Seymour this year, early going against right-handed hitters. Cutter, changeup combo, and this one works out beautifully.
Shaw taking a strike. Started him with a changeup. One.
Now that right there, you wonder, fastball in and then a cutter that pushes him off the plate. Changeup time down and away.
To center field. Mullins still going, but he's there on the track to haul it in. So 1 run scores. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and Junior Caminero will lead it off.
Relaxing about that rooms to go hit. Nothing.
Junior Caminero takes a pitch down for a ball.
Got me fired up.
Yeah, well, and here's Caminero with a home run his last time up. Takes a big cut out front and over that one. 1-1. Taillon working here to open the 6th inning. 2-1. Taillon 2 games over 500 in his career at 82 and 80. Lifted down the right side, a lot of ground to cover. Shaw can't get there. That ball just foul, just out of his reach.
Well, let's go back to these home runs, and you take a look right there. That ball is just over a foot off the ground. Second lowest home run ever hit by a Ray. And then how about this? This pitch up above the zone. So you think about Junior Caminero with his lowest chase rate of his career, but both of his home runs this year have come on chases.
Yeah.
How about that? It's 174 pitches, and you're talking about 107 are outside of the zone, including both home runs.
And he is caught looking this time for the first out.
Did he get caught assuming right there? He absolutely did. He got caught assuming that Taillon was going to try to get him to chase out of the zone, and all of a sudden he lays this one right down the middle. That's not where Jamison wanted it. Got away with one. That's a pitch that when that leaves Taillon's hand, he starts to flinch because he realizes that ball is running back middle to Caminero, and Junior was looking for something maybe off speed off the plate.
Fly ball lifted into left. Happ is there. $50,000, the guaranteed minimum jackpot on today's 50-50 charity raffle. You can enter online right now for your chance to win big at RaysBaseball.com/50-50. Nick Fortes. Big swing right there. Strike 1. Cortes off to a good start at the plate. And there's a liner. That's going to be fair toward the corner. That will kick back to Happ. Cortes digs for second, and he will make that standing up.
Does Nick Cortes ask for that baseball, Dwayne? Does he ask for that baseball? That's his first hit this year, not coming on a fastball. He gets the hanging breaking ball, and boy, does he stay on it. Great job of staying on that mistake and ropes it down into the corner. Up to that point, every hit this season for Nick Cortes has come off the fastball. That one now off the breaking ball, and he now has reached base safely in 9 straight games.
Cedric Mullins. Little number, and it's backhanded. The grab and the throw to first. So the Rays get a double, leave a man, and we head into inning 7. 4-3 Rays. Norway at raysbaseball.com/memberships. Ball game moves on to the 7th inning. Armstrong taking the first pitch for a ball. And Seymour out there. There's a cut and miss. Leighton up in the bullpen. Two and one. It's chopped off his foot. I mean, that sounds pretty severe. I mean, chopped the ball off his foot. I just came out and I thought that is severe.
There's going to be a slight delay, Dwayne.
Yeah.
That ball, he rocketed that right off of his shin. And even with the protection, that didn't do a whole lot. And both feet still intact.
Two lifted toward left center, and who's going to get this one? That's Simpson. One away.
Well, let's take a look at Straight Talk stats. And it's been the Rays bullpen. First 7 games, 26 earned runs. You just pretend that's not there. But look what they have done here, Dwayne. Just 1 in the last 3. A whip of sub-1. The Rays have won the last 2. So this bullpen's starting to regulate itself.
And Conforto due, but Dylan Carlson has been announced, and the Rays are going to make a change on the mound. 4-3 lead. Top half of the 7th inning. Hunter Biggie enters this game with Dylan Carlson, a former Ray, pinch hitting, and the first pitch is a strike. So Ian Seymour, the lefty, departs in favor of the right-hander Biggie. Ball and 1 strike.
Ooh. Yeah, right there. I wondered, did he get it in time? He did. Challenge. Yeah, I thought he was going to challenge that from get. That looked like a cutter that stayed right there on the plate.
Yep, that was a strike for sure.
What really
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Watch the reaction right there, and Nick's like, "That's got to be a strike." Wait, you didn't call that? Remember last time when the ball was thrown or attempted to be thrown, they didn't give the challenge to the Rays because it said it took too long. They gave that one to him there, even after he threw the ball back to the pitcher, but he was astounded it wasn't called a strike in the first place, and he was right.
1-2 lifted into right. That's got a little carry, and Fraley is there. 2 gone. 2 up, 2 down.
That had to be right up against the time allotted before you make the call.
He had a nanosecond left. Just got it right under the deadline.
as the horn went off.
That's right. Horner takes a strike.
That's how I wake up in the morning. I have a horn.
With a horn?
Yeah. You know, and then I know it's time. It's go time. And it propels you out of bed.
You go. Yep. This is the end of the sleep quarter.
Oh, it is. It's the end. It throws you right into the bathroom, and it's time to start shaving and preparing yourself.
This one is inside. 1-1. So your day starts with a buzz.
It does. It does. And it doesn't. It takes a bit to slow down.
Yep. Up a little bit. 2-1. Biggie, pitcher number 4 for the Rays. McClanahan for 4. Kelly 1. Seymour an inning and a third. And that's a popper short left and out from shortstop. Taylor Walls is there to make the catch. 7th inning stretch time at the ballpark. And
pretty high level conversation going on right there.
Yes. So far so good. Phil Maton is the new pitcher. Ion leaves after 6. And Williamson takes the first pitch, and that's a strike from Maton.
Challenge that. That ball was off the plate, but you're going to see a lot of those wrinkles from Maton. He loves to rip the slider, the breaking ball, one after the other. Just wants to see how far you'll go off the end of the plate. You've got to be patient with him. He'll start it on the outer third, run it off.
It's 2-1. 6 innings for Tyon, 7 hits. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4, gave up 4 runs, 3 earned. And the check there, taking the count out to 3-1. An opening walk for Williamson on for the first time in this game, and that's the first walk given up by Chicago pitching. Celebrate Jackie Robinson Day at Tropicana Field. That will be Friday the 24th of April when the Rays take on the Twins. Fans can purchase a Jackie Robinson ticket package including a seat to the game and an exclusive button-up shirt. Honor Jackie's legacy. Visit RaysBaseball.com/42 to get your ticket package. And those numbers posted here at Tropicana Field have been moved a bit. The first and the Williamson back end. Jackie and Boggs and Zim. And toward the left field corner. Lifted into left. That ball is caught. Happ catches it, makes a roll, and pops up. And Williamson retreats to first.
Do or die play. A do or die play there by Ian Happ, because if this ball gets away from him and down into the corner, Williamson's going to score. He had a good lead towards second base, but a great job of tracking that ball all the way and putting it away just above the turf. He realizes what that could have cost him. A one-run game.
Johnny. Strike. Yeah, he's taking extra bases away from Taylor Walls on this one.
Yeah, and both guys run really well too, because like I said, if that ball gets by him, Williamson's probably going to come around to score. Walls is going to be at second. Rays will have increased the lead. Instead, he makes a heck of a play. Keeps the double play in order. And you wonder now, Dwayne, is Williamson going to go? Williamson, one of the guys on this Rays team that will run. Maton, you know, he can be prone to give up a stolen base. Gave up 8 a season ago in 9 attempts.
This one off the bat, foul up the right side.
little hot corner alert coming.
How about that?
Hey.
How about that?
That. I mean, really, not one swing and miss at a breaking ball. If he swings and misses at one here, we're doing away with the hot corner for him.
Yeah, we're not going to use that anymore.
Nope.
That's foul down the left side.
You know,
Had plenty of distance, but well fouled.
And just think about that in the game today, with all the velocity, but not only that, all of the breaking balls, the late break, the way that you can really twist these things, and you haven't swung and missed at one, let alone strike out on it. That's incredible.
Yep. Upstairs. Yeah, when you talk about bat to ball skill, I mean, that's as elite as it gets.
Yeah, and you're right about that. He's got great strike zone discipline. You know, he limits chase as well as anybody. He's got a great idea.
Oh, and a cut and miss.
Not a breaking ball, though. Unfortunately, it was a cutter.
To that, yep.
Yeah, and that's a pitch, too, that you're not going to see Yandy miss very often because that cutter was all over the place. There's the little cut fastball. Stays pretty true, and he ends up underneath it. That's a pitch he does not miss very often.
Jonathan Aranda. He's looking for his first hit. Takes a pitch for a strike.
He's due.
0 for 4 in the final game on the road trip.
They had a tough series in Minneapolis against the Twins. Got off to a quick start. I mean, you remember the first few games. I mean, it was Jonathan and Yandy and Chandler. I mean, they were real well, and Nick Fortes. I guess they were more than that getting involved. But Aranda was real hot beginning of the season.
Yeah, he was 1 for 14 with a double in Minnesota. There's one back into deep right center. Got great carry. Goodbye. Home run, Jonathan Aranda. A 2-run shot. And the Rays are back out in front by 3. So that'll do it for him.
He was due.
Jonathan Aranda. He can be so quiet at the plate and then explode.
Let's go, baby.
So it's 6-3 Rays. Fraley takes a look down and in. One.
Right into the swing. Look at that. That ball just rolls to the middle of the plate. Aranda does a great job of staying back on it, barrels it. See ya.
One and two. Lifted into center field. Crow Armstrong cutting back and across, reaching up to make the catch. Well, the Rays come up with a big blast off the bat of Jonathan Aranda. They add 2 and now lead 6-3. Stream the entire season in Rays territory for just $99.99. Visit Rays.tv for details and start streaming today. Well, the Rays have a 6-3 lead.
Challenge.
And a challenge coming on that call.
Borderline heater in. Alex Bregman, the way that he's been seeing the ball this year, look at got it.
Confirmed the pitch is a strike. Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
Just enough. How about that?
Well, and I'll tell you something else, Dwayne. I read an article coming into today's ball game. Alex Bregman had only swung at 2 balls out of the strike zone all season. So you talk about a guy who's locked in on the zone. Wasn't right there. And that's another really good pitch by Biggie.
Yeah.
He's like, same spot. And he's like, well, yeah, that was the strike last time. It's same spot would be a strike this time.
You can see Bregman just shaking his head up there.
I'm not following the argument. He literally said same spot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a strike there.
Well, there's the chase rate. How about that? MLB average 28%. Bregman 7.
Yeah.
Into the dirt. 2-2.
You know how fast you were going, Dwayne? 7 miles per hour. It's a great scene. I'll play it for you sometime. You'll like it.
Something else to look forward to.
Absolutely. All the free time that we have as early as we get to the ballpark.
Yep. 2-2. Fly ball into left. Simpson is right there. So Bregman out number 1. Now Ian Happ. He has walked, doubled in between. Simpson made a fine play on him to retire him in the 3rd. Happ opened the 6th with a double and scored their 3rd run. Down to first, backhand by Aranda, off the mound to cover. Biggie is there. 2 up, 2 down.
I'll tell you what, Hunter Biggie took the route that you take in spring training. He takes a straight to the bag, catch it, angle yourself up the first base line. Technically sound in everything he did right there. Jonathan Aranda, a nice little feed.
Well, you do that often enough in spring training. It's second nature.
20-minute groups over and over and over again. I get it, Coach. I know where first base is.
Strike 1 there on Carson Kelly.
I think that drill is more about conditioning than anything else. Just keep you running, keep you running,
sure.
Keep you running, and productive at the same time.
Another strike, 0-2.
Oh, challenge.
Batter's challenging the strike.
And the batter's going to challenge it.
Well, they're down to their last one. Better be right.
Ball's overturned. The pitch is a ball. Scott last one challenge.
It is a ball.
They obviously felt pretty good about that. Well below the zone.
Count goes to 1-1.
It was the Fortes sell job. Ooh, Uncrustable. Those are good. I can't get my kids to eat them, but I buy them for them and then I eat them.
Well, there you go.
The peanut butter and jelly with the grape.
Yep.
Yep. And that's what he's going on.
A little energy boost there.
Awesome. They're great. No trouble going down.
And a little roller to short. Ball's up and out with the throw. 1, 2, 3. Well, the Rays playing some long ball today. That's Mullins, followed by Caminero and Aranda.
Earlier in this ball game, the 3rd inning, and how about Junior right there? Fastball up above the zone, one of the fastest bats in all of Major League Baseball right now, measuring at the fastest bat. And a StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, 106.8 off of the bat, 401 feet away. An absolute missile by Junior Caminero. This is coming after a big home run in yesterday's ball game and yesterday's win for the Rays. So maybe Junior and the extra base hit, the home run, long ball starts to heat up. How about that? Since the start of last season, 8 homers on pitches out of the zone, including both this season.
And he will take the first pitch delivered for a strike. Riley Martin in the game. He is pitcher number 3. One and one. Mayton worked an inning, gave up the 1 hit after the walk, 2 runs on the home run. Caminero homered in the 3rd. There's a strike. 1 and 2. So Martin out there making his major league debut after being called up yesterday. That will carry out of play. It's on the other side of the screen. Two is popped up down that third base side. That's Bregman, foul ball. He's got it. For the 2nd time in this game, Caminero fouls out to first base in the 1st, 3rd in the 8th, and in between with a home run and a strikeout. Drew Rasmussen will be on the mound for the Rays tomorrow. We think Matthew Boyd is technically on the IL. That was the word we had gotten earlier. There's a little chopper up the middle, backhand. Warner's throw is not going to be in time, and Simpson, no way with Simpson. So he has his 2nd hit.
Just what he does, and he's so smart. He realizes, just put the ball in play. Bat to ball skills, you've got a chance. He hits a little chopper up the middle and out of the box. Last year, Dwayne, home to first, he was the fastest in Major League Baseball. And as soon as that ball gets over the head of the pitcher, nobody's throwing him out.
Yeah, if he could just patent that, he'd hit 1,000. The foul ball top of the screen, Fortes. 1 strike. Just hit a chopper on the infield. Run to first, you can't defense it.
You can't. You can't. Right there. That's what we're talking about. And, okay. Thanks, Care.
The strike 0-2. Ground ball, second baseman out at second, across the bag, and the throw to first on the 4-6-3. Swanson in the middle and Bush on the back end. And we're going to go to the ninth. We go into the 9th inning with the Rays holding a 6-3 lead in this home opener. Michael Bush leads it off against Brian Baker, and the pitch is a strike. Bush walked way back in the 2nd inning, scored a run when Chicago scored 2 of the 3 the Cubs have put up today. On the ground, right side, Williamson right there. 4-3 routine play, but I tell you, the more you see Williamson, the more you like him.
It was a routine play, but did you see how he got down and glove out in front? He's going to not let that ball get close to him. He's not going to let that ball take a hop. The hands are out in front, fundamentally sound. We've seen him make 2 spectacular plays, one at second, one at short. Yeah, you really love just a well-rounded, good baseball player.
Yeah, proper way to do it.
That looked like a tutorial.
Yep.
On how you field a routine ground ball.
1 strike the count on Swanson. Lift.
Figured if we talked about it enough, they'd go to a replay. No chance. How about this guy, though? Brian Baker, you saw how clean his line has been. The fastball's been explosive. The changeup, always a big pitch for him. Like right there, I mean, he's sitting up there at 96 to 98 and then pulls the string. That's what the ground ball to Williamson was.
Yep. It's going to take the count to 2-2. Well, it's been a fun day. Sellout crowd, 25,114. It's going to be out of play. A couple more night games. Drew Rasmussen pitches tomorrow, begins at 6:40. Joe Boyle's going to pitch Wednesday. And the count is full. And he strikes him out. He got him with the hard stuff.
Got him to go outside of his zone, it looked like, too. You got to make a quick decision with that kind of velocity right there on the edge. Yeah, you can't afford to take it. Maybe that was a strike. That was awfully close. Swanson going after it, just couldn't catch up to it, and Rays 1 out away.
And now it's Matt Shaw. And he takes that one inside. He could hear that, I'm sure. Baker trying to close this one out. Pitching here in the ninth with a 3-run lead. Fly ball back into left, and that ball is going to carry and get out of here. A 1-0 pitch, and Shaw hits it out to make it a 6-4 ball game. A line drive home run.
It looked like a backup breaking ball. And it just kind of rolled off the fingers of Baker, and Shaw catches it. There it is. Yeah, just a backup slider. Not a lot of movement to it.
There's Armstrong, Crow Armstrong swinging and missing. Pete Crow Armstrong. And struck out, grounded out, hit a fly ball to left. And strike 2. Something extra on that 4-seamer. That line drive home run will encourage that.
Yes, it will. None too happy right now.
It's been a great day at the ballpark. I'll tell you, it's been fun here. And a swing and a miss. He got him. Had him out in front. Strikes him out to end this one. 2 strikeouts for Baker in the inning, and the Rays are 6-4 winners, taking the first game of the series. And the first game back here at Tropicana Field. There they are. Here's the final out.
That changeup, Brian Baker, he's got an excellent changeup. He started the at-bat off with one of those, went fastball, pulls back with the changeup. Boy, sells it downhill, and you can see how far out in front Crow Armstrong was.
So McClanahan started, work 4. Kelly an inning. Seymour an inning and a third. Biggie an inning and 2/3. And Baker